Holmes, do you believe the sheriff? That we won't escape?
One cannot be hurt by superstition, Watson. This hut has been abandoned for a long time.
It reeks of damp. We're more likely to sink in there than on our boat. Let's go.
さて、死の使者を追い持って地へ行け、そして恐れず火を通り過ぎろ。地の柳の次はカラスを追え、十字架必ず避けろ。ということです。から、まず白いユリを追いましょう。
Look, Holmes. Fireflies.
白いユリ、これか。こっちか。白いユリ。こっちか。
You're rowing like a professional, Watson.
University of London Boat Club. Silver medalist, 1874.
小屋があるけど。バツ。ユリはあったな、ここに。ユリを追いかけて、あ、何ですか。
What's that, Holmes? Whatever or whoever it was, we should ready ourselves.
え、恐れず火を通り過ぎろ。通り過ぎろってことか、これは。どっち？
Am I hearing drums?
Drums in the bayou?
こっちかな。何ですか？
Holmes, I think I heard something swim underneath our boat.
Probably just a rotten log.
血の柳ってどこにあるんだ。
What do you see?
A shadow. Nothing more.
火か。まだ火でいいのかな。まだ火でいいのか。
If you told me when I binned your paper that we'd end up fleeing the law in a rowboat through the Louisiana Bayou,
I dare say you would have hardly been surprised. The air is getting thicker, almost suffocating.
the stench of death, all too familiar now.
Careful of the gators, Watson. It is stupidity rather than courage to refuse to recognize danger when it is close upon you.
Huh?
Holmes, hand me the rifle. I can shoot the ropes holding a few of those poor souls. Come on, Holmes, give me the rifle. We shouldn't waste time in a place like this.
Watson, stay calm, but be quick. An alligator has noticed us.
That's vicious.
That's Nate. Watson, let's try not to annoy them.
戻って船に乗れってことかな。カラス。カラスだ。 めっちゃカラスだ。十字架は必ず避けろ。
That pier looks promising over there, Watson.
We're approaching the heart of darkness.
ここでいいのか。はい。なんかある。
Footprints left by a crowd of shackled prisoners.
This place gives me the shivers, despite the muggy night. I should be glad we're out of the water, but I'm not.
なんかあった。足音。
Ashmat dragged Arneson here.
羽。ってことはこっちでいいと思うんだ。何ですかこれは。
Ugh, the smell of burning flesh, just horrific.
Keep away from it, focus on our
A
task,
fiery
so we
gathering
may
of
soon leave all
passions
this
and
behind.
やばー。気持ち悪い。調べられた。
The victim's left hand clawed at the soil. The bloody handprint on this stone lacks 4 fingers. Sunken heels, the result of dragging a heavy body. The hand tied here was bleeding in 4 places. This had to have been Arneson. A heavy weight scored impressions in the ground 1 inch deep. Days old and rotten. Damp and mouldy hay. The prisoners were kept like animals, slowly deteriorating under the gruesome treatment. The blood is dry. The axe has not been used for some time. A simple rope. initials EA are embroidered with silk thread. The prisoner's clothes tossed aside. Blood was poured over someone, leaving a gruesome silhouette. A worn blade, but clean and without blood. Bowls filled with blood. The tracks lead behind the stone slab. Only this indentation was spared from blood.
熱くないのかお前。
If only the sheriff was kind and cooperative, our search for Arneson would be far simpler.
あとどこだ、どこを調べればいいこれ。
The wood is swamp cypress, endemic to the area. This is how those poor people were crucified.
足りてない。まだもう一個なんかあるはずなんだけどな。
Arneson the hunter became the prey.
What? 何かが足りてないんだよな。これか。
That's a lot of blood, but probably not enough to be fatal. Both ends of the rope were cut cleanly. The captive was dragged through hell.
はいはいはいはい。まだこれでいいんじゃないかな。
Arneson was held captive in this cage until his abductors tied him to a cross and dragged him to the bonfire. Arneson was left hanging here for a while before being freed and led to the altar. At the altar, Arneson's captors performed a ritual on him and poured blood over his head. With Arneson now prepared, he was escorted to the sealed entrance. They used the mechanism with an indentation to open the passage.
なるほど。これか。
Heavy and covered in blood.
開いたよ。開いたよ。おう、これ行きました。
Something is wrong with my lantern. Give me a minute.
I won't wait for you. I'm going in.
It's nothing, Holmes. I'll join you in a minute.
Whoa, betide those who take it. Walk away. Let the unknown be.
That's human skin and still warm. What's happening? Deja vu, and not in a pleasant way.
これは今俺に見えてるのか、見えてないらしい。どうやらそうですよね。そしてでもこれが見えてないから通れない。もう一回通れってことかな。もう一回通ったら道は消えてる。何もなくなってる。無理だよな。そうだよな。そりゃそうだよな。そりゃそうなのよ。道はできた。あとはどうやって取るか。待てよ。そこに道だろ。その手の場所な。でも手の場所には何もない。この2個しかない。ということは何かがある。何かがある。何かがある。何かがある。何かがないと無理だ。その何かが何かわからない。あそこに行くために何かが必要。何かが必要。なんだそれは。なんだ。通れないといけない。あれをそこに通るためには何かが必要。何が必要だ。何ができる。何もできない。何もない。この状態で何かがあるのか。 左右反転してるなこれ。左右反転してるだけ？左右反転してるなってだけ？待てよ、さっきの場所で道を作ったから俺は行けるんじゃないか、ここの世界で。ここで道を作ったから俺はこっちの世界で行けるんじゃないか説。どっから？あれからな、こっちの世界でいけるんじゃないか説。いけたー。こうだったかな。ここから先覚えてない？こっちかな。おうどんまい。オッケー。檻のとこからちょっと確認したい。檻から先を確認したいわ。檻から先がどうなってるかちょっと見たいですね。こう来て檻の外側な、オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー、これいけますもん。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー、理解理解理解。こう行ってこう行ってこう行って檻の先に行ってこう行くと。はい、完璧。
And now, axes? What on earth for?
扉があると。で斧が振られてる。はい。はい。お疲れ様でした。わかった、そういうことか。はいはいはいはい。かかってこい、ほら。よっしゃ、オッケー。なぜ光ってないんだ？どこだどこだ、どこで殺されればいい俺。これ一回取り過ぎてるか。カラス。違うんだ。 俺さっきどこで死んだ？その死んだ場所を考えよう。俺さっきどこで死んだ？これから死んだの。ああからこれは死んでいい。あとはこのこの色、この記号覚えた？覚えて。オッケー。杖持って竜巻旋風脚。これだ。オッケー、吐いた。
At last, the lantern's working again. Holmes, I'm coming. Holmes, what are you doing, sitting in a place like this?
How did you get here? How did you get through the maze? Tell me, Watson.
What maze? I walked straight up to you. You saw me.
Do not lie to me, John. How did you get out?
Sherlock, what happened? Are you feeling all... Oh, heavens. Is that Arneson? Why didn't you mention him? Stay put. I must check if he is alive. I need to focus on Arneson.
The unknown, the beckoning, great one, lightning!
I should examine him before he has another seizure. Blunt trauma to the cranium, dilated pupils, lips moving without a sound. Severed fingers, the wounds are inflamed. Cold sweat. 2, no, 3 ribs fractured. Pulse is racing, 110 beats a minute. Arneson is delirious after all he's endured. We can't get into the boat in a state like that. It's dangerous. To us and him. Pokeweed berries, though they appear harmless, the whole plant is lethal. Odorless, watery, and hard to identify. Pharmacopoeia, listing drugs, effects, and direction. Some kind of amanita mushroom. Extremely poisonous. I wonder what this language is. I can't decipher that text. This is Dwale, induces sleep and relaxation. A gluey decoction. The smell is herby but sharp. It appears burnt, judging by the color. Salvia divinorum. Provokes visual hallucinations. Hard to tell what it says. This should help soothe Honest.
I need some fresh air.
Yes, please go. I'll be right behind you with Arneson. Perhaps you can prepare the boat.
なんでこいつは全部文字が見えるんだ？
festering soul and let me feel. Eyes without purpose, and now see the truth. Tear me mind from me flesh, score me festering soul. Phantoms of nothing, we are born to die. Filth in the eyes of our eldritch lord.
Free my festering soul and let me feel.
Oh, please, I wish to return. Free me, let me return. Free me and rejoice.
Eyes without purpose, I now see the truth. Tear my mind from my flesh.
Holmes, are you all right? Here, let me help.
I'm fine.
Holmes? Sherlock! What the hell were you doing? He almost killed you.
I don't... You're right. Let's go, Watson.
怖すぎるだろう。なんでワトソンは何でもないので。
Bon Dieu, still among the living.
We are, though not for lack of trying by the sheriff.
Well, he'd been telling people you died in the swamp despite his trying to save you. Crooked man, through and through. Wait, is that Mr. Arneson?
Yes, but he's not well. You know Lucy?
Belle from the nymph? That I do.
Please bring her here. Mr. Arneson needs to see a familiar face if he's to have any chance of surviving.
Power of the heart. I get you. Wait here. Errol? Oh, Errol! Reckon we should give him space. Farewells are painful.
No. Tell me that's not true.
Watson?
Mr. Arneson has endured a lot. Lost 4 fingers, a lot of blood, and some of his sanity. But with rest and tender care, he ought to survive those injuries, both physical and mental.
Thank you, Johnny. I'll take care of him. Thank you for bringing him home to me. We'll be all right.
Are you quite certain? Do you have the space? The resources?
I will stay with him at the mansion. It is not a burden to take care of your love.
His property is in quite a state. It may not be the best place for recuperation.
Hush now. Champagne will see it sorted.
Then it's settled. Hear that, Errol? Us living under one roof. Careful what you wish for. Oh, and champagne? I'm about sick of watching that sheriff run riot through New Orleans. We ought to talk.
Funny. I was just thinking that grub did nothing to save your man. Together, I reckon you, me, and Errol have the sway to make some changes around here.
I like the sound of that.
Holmes, our boat.
Oh, we must make haste. Farewell all. Take care.
あれ、さっきのがチャプター6だった気がするけどな。まあいいや。
Who's there?
Who do you think?
Let it be known that I'm handy with this revolver.
Nonsense, Dr. Watson. As I understand it, when faced with the imperative to defend oneself, one's comrades, and one's nation, you fled. Aren't you going to introduce us, Sherlock?
Watson, meet my brother Mycroft, the Queen's best boy. Though this is a grim augury indeed, for wherever Mycroft travels, tedium surely follows.
In contrast, of course, to Sherlock, a man whose obsessive pursuit of the trivial tears through the most carefully laid plans like a hurricane. Do you have any idea what you have disrupted?
Your ego is inflated as much as your waistband. What word comes to mind?
You work for the government?
International trade is a delicate beast. Your antics in Edelweiss have jeopardized one of the Crown's richest relationships.
Oh dear. As rich as all the butter you've been slathering on your bread?
We need your help.
What?
There is evil afoot. Strangeness and savagery like I have never seen. Something otherworldly festering in the dark beyond our reach. We have seen things that defy explanation. Mystic forces, magic. You must help us.
It's true.
The British government does not invest its resources in the insane or intoxicated. Pull yourself together.
I know men like you. Men like you grease palms, whisper in ears, start wars, and you send men like me to die in them. You and the rest of your corpulent cronies.
Ha! Corpulent! That was it.
Interesting, Sherlock. But as you again drift away from sanity, you find yourself another John.
All right, so the choice is made.
I beg your pardon?
There is only us. We cannot run from this problem. I shall take the book and Davy's cryptic message to Barnes. See what he makes of it.
Hmm?
Another sinking near Scotland. By the Strand for all the details. Cool. Thank you, sir. Get the Strand, get the true facts.
It has been a while, Barnes.
Dr. Watson. Indeed it has, and good to see you as always. How can I help?
Barnes, does Stevenson's guiding light mean anything to you?
Well, my mind first goes to Robert Louis Stevenson, an up-and-coming author. I've been following his work in the periodicals. Interesting man. I take it his literary pursuits are somewhat of a deviation from the family business.
What makes you say that?
He wrote a poem. Let me see if I have it still. Yes. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labours of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit.
The labours of his sires. I wonder what they do.
I have a book on great British families. If the Stevensons have achieved anything of note, they will be in there. Please, feel free to take a look. It should be on the shelves to the right.
Much obliged. Last time we met, you mentioned your knack for translating occult texts. I was wondering if you could help me with this book.
Certainly, Goodness. Where on earth did you procure this grimoire?
That's a long story. What do you make of it?
It seems to describe pagan rituals, ancient deities. Wow, what a marvel. I can try and translate it for you.
Just the pages bearing that symbol. This section, really.
Entity of ocean, or time. Oh my. Oh, already on it, as you can tell.
If you can have it done at your earliest convenience, that would be lovely. Someone is full of pep.
Oh, yes. Mr. Holmes, he was quite the inspiration. Last time you were in town, he offered me some stirring advice, which I have since acted upon.
Holmes is nothing if not provocative.
Indeed, the thorny truth is often hard to hear, but it did the job, and now my heart is full.
I'm glad to hear it.
Much obliged, Doctor.
はあ、わかりません。これだ。あそこ灯台か。 持ってた。
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Loch Harbour, West Coast.
Right then, I'll unroll it on the desk. All yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Doctor?
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes. I've written out a translation of the section you wanted. It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
どっちだろう。
I don't think that would be wise. Please give it back. That said, I remain grateful for your immeasurable help.
Oh, how disappointing. I hope you will consider lending it to me in the future. Good day, Doctor.
Ah.
fascinating book. Thank you for the opportunity, Doctor.
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction?
The Holmes family is beyond counselling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the Crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
What?
I'm not getting here. Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks. The spyglass was positioned to watch the windows of the embassy across the road. His face and neck are swollen, and I can see wasp stings all over the skin. Royal Berkshire Regiment. A capital M signed by someone else's hand. Only his right arm was functional. His left arm was paralyzed in the war.
Please let Mr. Holmes know that he may always read the latest Strand at no cost.
I'm sorry, I have bad news.
Please do not tell me Hawke is a turncoat.
Worse, I have found him dead in his wheelchair, out in the garden.
How did he die? Exactly.
He was stung repeatedly by wasps. His body succumbed to anaphylaxis.
And that is all you observed? Was there anything suspicious?
Well, there was one thing. In his notes I found a handwritten M, but it didn't match Hawke's other writing.
Listen carefully, Doctor. Do not investigate further. Do not talk about this matter to anyone, and do not ask questions. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
I feel a bit strange, Doctor. Like I have a fever.
なんかついでに事件解決したんだが。
Dr. Watson, how nice to see you, despite the inclement weather. At least my flowers are enjoying the rainfall.
戻るか。
Another sinking near Scotland. By the Strand for all the details.
Holmes, I have the translation. But Barnes was affected by the book. Holmes?
Watson?
Did you hear me? Barnes was behaving oddly, but I was able to retrieve the book and his preliminary translation. I think we have a lead. Sherlock, what is it?
I find myself burdened. It will come as no surprise that I tend towards obsession. Indeed, obsession oft grants me the insights that have become my stock in trade, but my greatest asset. Yet I cannot deny this nature proves as much a hindrance as a boon. It has cost me friends, colleagues, brothers. And despite my obsession as I contend with the matter at hand, no closer to understanding than when we began, I must conclude that I am of no worth at all. Without an answer, what use is the question?
Sherlock, this is no time for despair. The book is real. Those men went mad.
John, I fear that I am as mad as the rest of them.
I bore witness to the same events that you did. I saw with my own eyes the inexplicable, the ghastly, and the unnatural. I can attest to their occurrence. So take heart, for it was as real as you or I, and thus we must persist. Lives hang in the balance. If you cannot see your worth, then trust in me, for I see it. And I know of no other man capable of putting this matter right.
Thank you, John. Would that I possessed even half your courage. Pray tell, where does our journey end?
Ardnamurchan, Scotland. Well, shall we be off?
Yes, of course. You can apprise me of your actions while we pack.
ほう、スコットランドですか。The Awakened.
Holmes, if we don't make land soon, I fear we will join those missing souls. These seas have taken too many, John. Let's stop them from taking more then.
An old cannon, probably rusting here since the 16th century. Ouroboros, a snake eating itself. An ancient symbol of eternal renewal. Fresh marks, something scraped along the stone. This door requires a very specific key. Where did the shirt come from?
一旦でもちょっとうちの塔入れないか見てみないとなっていう話だ。尾形さん邪魔だな。
You see that glow atop the lighthouse? I have never seen anything like it.
あんまり調べられるものはなさそう。
The door won't budge.
だから下に行けと。はい、OK です。まあ開かないんだろうね。だからこっちがあるんだろうね。
Holmes, look. There's a body here.
Not just any body, it's Ashmat.
どこに？ 動脈の本数だな。
He crossed the ocean twice for his cult, only to end up splattered on this rock. Seems everyone is disposable.
A human-sized imprint. Someone fell on their back. This branch was recently broken. The wood is still green.
The soft of the touch. He died recently.
Scratches, bruises, and stabs, all self-inflicted. Oh, his eyes are gouged out. The infamous curved dagger. It's tied firmly to his hand. A broken chain. Something was attached to the end.
But he succumbed to all those wounds.
This is why Ashmat fell. The chain got caught on the bush and he lost whatever was on the end.
どういうこと？
「 interesting occult pattern. Scratches. This medallion saw frequent use.
What drove him to this dreadful act?
I fear we are about to see for ourselves.
このメダルをそういうことだよな。なんだよこれは。
Sealed shut and seemingly for a long time. An obsidian heart. Masterful work. That's a crafty mechanism and quite ancient. This vessel is covered in dried blood.
Oh, I get it. We need fresh blood. And no, I'm not volunteering.
Fear not. I think Ashmat can help. Sealed shut and seemingly for a long time. Do you have anything to hold blood, Watson?
Fine, take my flowers. The lever doesn't want to stay on its own.
An obsidian heart. Masterful work. Watson, hold the lever for me. I must investigate.
Holmes, watch out! My lever went back up.
The doors, Watson. Hold the doors.
We're trapped! Now what?
Look around. There must be something we can use. Look around, Watson. There must be something useful. Those holes seem to have a purpose, but I won't risk my arm to find out what.
全部狙ってことか。 棒状のものがどこに残ってないかまだ。ここは入ってる。ここか。
Be ready for anything, Watson. It's all right, Watson. It's merely a chest with coins and a dagger, made of obsidian by the looks of it.
It's ancient, though still working.
Use these with care. Let us be the first adventurers to raid a tomb without destroying it. Terrific. Now, onward before they close again.
Let us hope our paths converge, Holmes. Is that you, Holmes? Are you all right?
Everything is so insignificant.
Holmes, speak up. Holmes! Holmes!
Please, John.
Holmes, speak up. I'm coming!
John!
Keep talking!
Help! Please help!
Sherlock?
John! John, I'm falling!
Keep talking!
Help! Please help!
絶対に声のする方に行っちゃいけない気がしてるけど大丈夫かな俺。
Holmes, come on, wake up! Thank heavens. What were you doing? What happened?
The whirlwind. Stars so distant. The sun inverts. The earth, it becomes transparent.
Sherlock, snap out of it.
Nothing is everything. We are so small, inconsequential. A shadow in the dark.
I think we best go back. You are not well, Sherlock.
No. We are so close. We cannot...
You asked that I intervene if I saw you cracking. This is me intervening.
With every passing minute, another life is extinguished. We must stop. Rochester, we must end this.
Ah, Sherlock, you almost died.
Do not worry about me, John. You have other men to save.
何？
I thought that I'd seen horrors during the war, but
何？
this
なんか
is
バグってる。
complete madness.
いや違う、これはホームズがバグってるんだ。
Careful, Holmes.
Sir, are you all right? No response. The base appears to rotate.
Hands off, Holmes. We have no idea of its purpose.
They are all entranced, captivated by the light of the lens.
Sherlock, don't touch it. We still don't know what.
Everything 全部違うらしいです。
It is capable of.
Black, metallic, and with a characteristic hue. Obsidian yet again.
お
The sheer form of it, the color, it makes me feel uneasy.
光線を放った変光レンズの光の整え方より光線の照和の近づく今に落としおが持つ光線的な視野をレンズに近づける。レンズは丈夫だが光をするとモルガンでしょう。残りのレンズの数が増えられているんだ。
This material feels very sturdy. It would take an enormous effort to break like that.
Don't mind my trembling hands. It's not fear, it's adrenaline.
そこ調べたいんだこれ。ここ調べられないな。なるほどな。
That's it! You did it! The lens,
John, the worshippers, we need to make sure.
of course. I'll see if they're all right. Mad cultists, ancient ritual sites. Had I known where this case would lead, I would never have brought
At least
you
this
to
awful
system.
mask is breathable. Her chest is moving fast. She's hyperventilating. Check her pulse, can you, Watson?
As expected, the pulse is elevated, but within normal limits.
Stop there, shipmates. A storm awakens and we batten down the...
Dirty summers, I presume. Nice to put filthy, sweat-covered face to an...
That's no way to speak to a cat. Sherlock, get down!
Watson! I only wounded him. Hurry, we must tie him. You are fools. Tying me up won't stop the...
My sanity is slipping away. I feel like I've been there. They made sure no one could enter through the main door. Hold on. We need a plan. It seems they have placed beam emitters all over the main gallery. Khalid lenses are placed inside the lantern room. They modified the gallery and watch room. One moment, Watson. I'll redraw this blueprint. Pay for padding. They didn't want their cargo damaged. I know this company. They make Fresnel lenses, essential for any modern lighthouse lantern.
これで破壊しないと、そのためにこうしたの書籍を2つオレンジに核優先となって破壊する必要がある。ロチェスターとそのレンズを守って提供してきてなるほどな。
Talk. Time for action.
They made sure no one could enter through the main door.
そこに近づくとめっちゃ音でかくなんだよな。怖っ。なんだこれ。
We shall apply what we just learned, charge the Khalid lenses, and break them with the dagger. That should put a stop.
All right, good. I confess, I worry about what awaits us. Is it too much to hope this...
If our future is black, it is better surely to face it like a man than to attempt to brighten it by mere will-o'-the-wisps of the... Come on. We'll go to...
一人の人間と戦うって覚えたか。 てですか。お前が一番怪物と戦いそうだけどな。
Look at them all. We have to help.
Watson, stop. Rochester will see.
What should we do?
We get answers. Stay here, see to the lenses. I shall confront Rochester. He...
Sherlock! Sherlock! Mr. Holmes, you are late. Was the path here not as you...
You expected me?
We've stood here before, Mr. Holmes. Another you, another me. Many years ago. I wonder what...
What? What are you talking about?
Join me. Bear witness to the end.
You cannot bear witness to anything, Lord Rochester. You are
How?
It is what I do.
No. How could you be so ignorant? For I have never seen more clearly than in this moment. Never felt more than I feel. Every fiber of the earth, every molecule reverberates in anticipation of the bile of madness rises in our throats, just as our master rides. I see moon beasts, night gaunts, a witch doctor in Arkham. I see what the stars themselves are dreaming. I know more than...
You are delusional. How did you do it? The compulsions, the visions, was it some form of hypnosis or no?
Bah! There is no ruse. There is no big reveal. It is exactly what it seems. You still fight so desperately against this truth, but you feel it too.
You are mad. You have mistaken hallucinations for...
Are you really want to talk, Mr. Holmes? Speak truthfully now. In the port, in the swamp, what did you...
おむずすぎるだろこの選択肢。
Something beyond the capacities of my imagination. A world so alien,
but so familiar. Yes, I see it too. In your mind's eye. Untold horrors lick their lips in the shivering dreamlands. As soft. Completely broken.
違うそっちに行きたくない。俺は行きたくないそっちに。違う、間違えたんだって。違うよ、そっちに行きたいんじゃない。壊すにはあれを動かしたいけどあれを動かせないでしょ。は、どうすればいいんだこれ。これはどうしようもない。これこっち行くしかない。ここにあるものをどうにかするしかない。あれは壊せるのかこれ。
Something is missing.
何かが足りない。
Interesting.
これ動かせないから当てるのはこっちか。でもそれに当てられない。いや、 関係ないところ。何かが足りない。何が足りない？これだ。収集ができる。で、これで壊せるか。うわ、あれ襲われるのか。行ってみればわかる。壊せる。こうだ。
But what is the point? What are you hoping to achieve with all this slaughter to these people?
They are just tools. Their existence is meaningless unless put... Oh, all-seeing master. Oh, grand God beneath. How he has blessed them with...
You use them for cruel...
I've seen a man eat his own flesh just to hear the whispers of lizards. I've seen a mother behead her newborn that she might galaxies swallow each other whole. Light folds in on itself until nothing but... You know not cruelty, Mr. Holmes. Cruelty is for such knowledge to be beyond the reach.
This is hubris delusion. You are Icarus flying too close.
No, no. You misinterpret the legend, Holmes. Icarus flew. He reached heights no man had ever reached. One must imagine.
He burned. Rochester plummeted to his...
And were you to ask him of his choice, he would have not a single regret. Every step I took was necessary. Every drop of blood a blessing. Surely you understand. It was for knowledge. The only thing worth living for. Why must you remain so blind? Be honest.
I fear nothing, Lord Rochester. You are the coward hiding from the pain of the world in a delusion.
No, no, no! You are lying to yourself, Mr. Holmes! Why? If you are not here for the truth, then you are a diversion. Lord Kanga! Oh, Master! Oh, Great One! He has come! Take me! Accept my sacrifice! Ah!
失敗？まさかの。失敗みたいです。 ウルトラクシュリスったら死ぬんかい。なるほどな。
But what is the point? What are you hoping to achieve with all this slaughter to these people?
They are just tools. Their existence is meaningless unless put... Oh, all-seeing master. Oh, grand God beneath. How he has blessed them with...
You use them for cruel...
I've seen a man eat his own flesh just to hear the whispers of lizards. I've seen a mother pay her newborn that she might galaxies swallow each other whole. Light folds in on itself until nothing... You know not cruelty, Mr. Holmes. Cruelty is for such knowledge to be beyond the reach...
This is hubris delusion. You are Icarus flying too close.
No, no. You misinterpret the legend, Holmes. Icarus flew. He reached heights no man had ever reached. One must imagine...
He burned. Rochester plummeted to his...
And were you to ask him of his choice, he would have not a single regret. Every step I took was necessary. Every drop of blood a blessing. Surely you understand. It was for knowledge. The only thing worth living for. Why must you remain so blind? Be honest.
I'm afraid that it will cost me my sanity, much as it has cost...
There is no such thing as sanity. There is only the world as it is. And one's willingness to...
お、次は邪魔。こっちにも行けない。こっちにも行けないから、ここ通るしかない。また。壊せるか。これか。
You truly believe it? That a god arises from below, that the...
There is only nothingness. Only chaos and torture and endless time stretching its wings.
It's preposterous. It's nonsense. It's... You drugged me. The fumes in the temple... Oh, you're one of my cross agents. This has the stink of my brother all over it. No, wait. I am dreaming in the asylum. In Black Edelweiss,
You are standing right here, Holmes, as you always do.
You said that before. You said we had met, but...
The cycle repeats. Old becomes new, and we remain pawns in the hands of a god. Submit! Submit!
It is unthinkable.
It is undeniable. When you have eliminated all which is impossible, then whatever remains, however improbable, must... Now, Holmes! Now is the moment! You know it in your heart! Say it!
It's real. All of it, it's...
これはこの1個ですか。あ、間違えた。最悪。こっち側で動かせるものは何もないからこっち側なんだよな。あっち側何してんのかもううぜえこれ暴れんの。このミニゲームうざいわ。このミニゲームいらんこれいいってこれ本当にクソ邪魔だぞこれ。壊せるこれ。
Maybe your god is unstoppable, but you are are merely a man. And I know...
What do you mean? What have you done?
I have made a friend.
No! Curse you! Oh, great one, forgive...
It is over, Rochester.
I thought this time would be different. But the gods laugh at man's
Sherlock! Come back down! The way! Come with us! Turn yourself in, save your...
The abyss calls for me, Mr. Holmes, as it does for you. The final problem approaches, and you...
Sherlock! Please! Rochester, don't!
Such heights we reach!
No! God! Sherlock, we must get it! I have to see it, John! I have to...
ずっと耳にノイズ残ってんのうぜえなこれな。これノイズで演出すんのやめてくんねえかな本当に。消えたノイズ。
Apologies, did I rouse you? I could relocate to the study, but I want it to be at hand should you need me.
No. The sound of your keys. It is my tether back to the waking world.
I find writing of our adventure helps me too. Perhaps at some point you could read it and tell me if it accords with your memory. There are moments in our journey that only you were privy to. Your encounter with Gygax, your visions with Light of the Abyss, your confrontation with Rochester.
No.
Pardon me?
Do not publish it. It would be professional suicide. You would be a laughingstock, a fabulist, concocting penny dreadfuls for the unwashed. And I would no longer attract a distinguished clientele, but madmen convinced I could connect them to their deceased relatives or help them capture a...
Ah. It doesn't seem to get any better, does it?
When I close my eyes, John, I am falling. Falling into a black abyss. It is endless and suffocating and unforgiving. I would give for a dreamless night.
It's going to be all right, Sherlock.
What is that?
It will help you rest.
No, not that. No. I say, Watson, would you be afraid to sleep in the same home as a lunatic, a man with softening of the brain, an idiot whose mind has lost its...
Not in the least.
That's lucky.
これ正気を失ったまま死んだよな。死んだっていうか終わったよな。エンドロールはいいや。多分そういうことよな。これバッドエンドってことやんな多分な。 今のエンドはいいのか？ 終わったな。これで終わりですね。エンドたくさんある感じではないのかな。ないよな多分な。今のエンドでエンドだよな多分な。エンディング分岐ではなさそうなのかなこれは。でもなあ、どうなんだろうな。何かをしなければみたいなのがあんのかな。幻想世界に行かない方法があって、そっちを選んでたらピンピンした状態でいけるよみたいな、そういうのがないのかな。なさそうだよな。ないだろうね。まああの本もなかったら進めながいしな。先にな、あれ取らないわけにはいかないしな。こんな感じやね。また違うホームルのゲームをやろうかな。ほら、はいません。